Welcome to the Mastering the Keys series. Here, we'll learn how to master every key on the piano. My piano teacher used to tell me that there are no difficult keys, just unfamiliar ones. So becoming familiar with each key, we can build a firm foundation to vastly increase our musical abilities. So let's start in the least frightening key, C major. First, let's take a look at the key signature. It has no flats or sharps, which means we'll be able to play the scale just by using the white keys. Since the key is C, our root note of the scale will also be C. Following our major scale pattern of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and then half step gives us the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then back to C. To play this scale on the piano, we're going to start with our right thumb on C. Our thumb is finger number 1. Pointer is finger number 2, middle finger is number 3, ring finger is number 4, and pinky is number 5. So first we'll go finger number 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to take our hand and slide it over 3 notes so our thumb will land on F, and continue up the scale with fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, with our pinky landing on the top C. Then we'll go back down with 5 on C, 4 on B, 3 on A, 2 on G, and 1 on F. Then we're going to pick up our hand and slide it back down so our thumb is on C, and then continue downwards with 3 on E, 2 on D, and 1 on C. Again, that's finger numbers 1, 2, 3, shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to pick up our hand and shift it, and then hit 3, 2, 1. Some people may have learned to cross under their hands with their thumb when moving the hand, and if that works for you, that's great. I prefer sliding my entire hand up in one quick movement because it keeps the thumb from bending at a weird angle when you cross your thumb under and press down a key at the same time. Now practice that scale pattern until you can do it 3 times in a row without mistakes slowly. Then you can speed it up. Once you feel comfortable with that, we can move on to the left hand. As a reminder of our left hand finger numbers, our left hand thumb is finger number 1, because the thumb is always finger number 1 in both hands. Then we have our index finger is number 2, middle finger number 3, ring finger number 4, and pinky is number 5. Now starting with the left hand, we'll take our pinky, or finger number 5, and put it on C, and play finger numbers 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then take our hand up and slide it up 3 notes so the thumb lands on a C, and then we'll continue playing with finger numbers 3, 2, and 1. Then to go back down, we use finger numbers 1, 2, and 3, then shift back down 3 notes and play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, that pattern is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shift, 3, 2, 1. Then back down is 1, 2, 3, shift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll do that a few times until it's comfortable to play, and then we can try playing both hands at the same time. This is the tricky part because not each hand shifts at the same note. Now let's set up our hands so the left hand pinky, number 5, is on C, and the right hand thumb, number 1, is on middle C. Now that our hands are ready, we're going to play C, D, and E, and now the right hand shifts up to F, then we'll play G. Now the left hand shifts up to A, then B, and C. Now back down from C to B, then A, and the left hand shifts down to G, then F. Now the right hand shifts down to E, then D, and finally back home to C. Now let's do that again, but a little slower. We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Then back down is C, B, A, G, F, E, D, and C. Great work so far. Now once you feel comfortable with those scales, you can move on to the arpeggios. Arpeggios are just runs that play the root, the third, and the fifth of the scale. In the key of C major, these notes will be C, E, and G. So we'll start with finger 1 on C, finger 2 on E, and finger 3 on G. Playing C, E, and G, we'll then shift our hand up to have finger 1 on the next C, E, and G up the keyboard. And then finally we'll use finger 5, our pinky, and we'll play that final C before coming back down, playing G, E, C, then shifting our hand down to have finger 3 on G, 2 on E, and finish up with finger 1 on C. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, shift, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1, shift, 3, 2, 1. The left hand plays the same notes, but uses a different fingering. We use the fingers 5, 3, and 2, starting with finger 5 on C. We'll play a C, E, and G with 5, 3, and 2, then use 1 on C, and then shift up to have finger 3 on the next E, then G will be played with 2, and finish with 1 on C. We'll then head back down the piano with 1 on C, 2 on G, and 3 on E. Then we'll shift our hand to have 1 on the next C down, then 3 on G, 2 on E, and land with that pinky on C. Again, that's 5, 3, 2, 1, shift, 3, 2, 1, then back down, 1, 2, 3, shift, 1, 2, 3, 5. Now we can practice each hand separately, very slowly, until you stop making mistakes, then try putting them together. Now, awesome job on those. In my opinion, those are the hardest parts of learning each key, so it gets easier from here. Now we can talk about the 1, 4, and 5, 7 chords. In C major, the major 1 chord has a root of C, and it's spelled C, E, and G. The major 4 chord has a root of F, and is spelled F, A, C. The major 5 chord has a root of G, and it's spelled G, B, D. We're going to throw a 7th on that one too, making it G, B, D, and F. So we'll play that C major chord, and then go to the major 4 chord. In F, we'll have its second inversion, so we played C, F, A. Then back to C major. The G7 chord, in its first inversion, is going to be spelled B, F, and G. Then we'll go back to that C major chord. Playing them all back to back looks like this. We play these because these are the most common chords in any given piece, so they really set us up to play in the key. It's also good to have our hands practice moving between these chords. Now, great job making it through all of that. There's just one last thing to talk about before we truly have mastered the C major key, and that's the inversions. These are just going through the different inversions of the C major chord, so basically stacking the C major chord in different ways. In the right hand, we'll play C major with C, E, and G using the classic 1-3-5 fingering, then move our first finger up to E, so we'll play E, G, C with fingers 1, 2, and 5. And now this is C major in its first inversion. Now we'll move the right hand up again so finger 1 is on G, and we'll play G, C, and E with fingers 1, 3, and 5, playing C major in its second inversion. And finally, we'll play that C major chord in root position with fingers 1, 3, and 5. In the left hand, the notes are the same, but we'll use slightly different fingers. We'll play the root C with fingers 5, 3, and 1 on C, E, and G. Then we'll shift up to play E, G, and C with fingers 5, 3, and 1 again. Then move up and play G, C, and E with fingers 5, 2, and 1. And finally move up to play that last C in root position with fingers number 5, 3, and 1. Like all the other parts of this, each hand should play it slowly until you can play it without airs, and then try putting them all together to play it at the same time. This may take a while, but just keep at it. You're honing your concentration abilities and learning to focus when you do this, so give it the time and attention that it really deserves. Now let's put all of this together. We'll do the scale, the arpeggio, the chords, and then the inversions. Now, if you've made it through all of these steps, awesome job getting this far. Keep practicing these steps, and remember not to play too fast while you're learning. If you're still making mistakes, you're playing too fast. I know it's really fun to play fast, but I promise you'll get to that level if you just take your time and build a strong foundation and put in the work now. So congratulations on mastering the key of C major. If you found this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving this video a like and subscribe if you aren't already. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next key mastery video on G major.